Clockwork was newly formed in Cycle 2. How did this team come together?
Both me, Ares, and Okina were like freeloaders. We didn't really belong anywhere. Especially me. For those who don't know, some people may know, but I played a lot in North America, even though I'm Europe. So basically what started happening was we started playing a lot of mixed scrims, or in North America that would be privates. And we just had fun together, right? So what we do is we created this team and we started playing as this team against other teams, even though we didn't have officially a team, right? Because at the time Baguette was in Hellbent, but he was also kind of bored and he wanted to play more. So we just played together for fun. And then we started beating teams that we quote unquote shouldn't beat. We were doing really well, right? So we were like, okay, we might actually make a team here. So that was the plan for season 4. But then things changed and we decided to make the team for this season instead. And Baguette offered to leave Team Hellbent to join us. So yeah, that's kind of the story. So we're just a bunch of friends going together playing some teams.
What preparation did you do as a team and personally for the Challenger Cup?
As a team, I think we weren't too worried about the Challenger Cup. We knew we were almost certainly going to get in, or we felt like it at least. We have played a lot of those teams before and we did really well against them, right? We felt like we were coming strong, but of course I remember both Ares and Baguette, I think, before the Challenger Cup, they were kind of like a little shaky, you know. Of course you gotta be that, it's a tournament and you have to perform, right? For me as well, it felt very different from a normal VRML match because there's actually something a small bit on the line. Like we would get into Master and we would start playing higher level teams, which of course for us is fun. And that's why everyone on our team is playing. We're playing for fun. Preparation wise, we scrimmed teams, we talked some things over, but we went in very simple and our play style is very, everyone does what they feel like. We don't have any plans or plays. Our QB is really simple if you actually look at it, but it's also hard to counter because it's so simple and it's so viable. So if the enemy team does something, one player can just move a bit, adapt to that, and then we're good to go. Players do kind of what they want, they position like what they like. Of course we have basic positions, like Oki is a little bit of a defender with me, I'm goalkeeper, the other two are strikers. But it switches around, everyone scores, everyone gets assists, everyone gets saves even. It's just well-rounded, we don't really have anything set in stone.
The Everest matchup was your 4th match in the round robin and a tough matchup. What were you feeling going into that 3rd round?
This is certainly where our team has to work on the most because as many expected before we made this team, our team has a little bit of issues here and there when it comes to mentality. Losing is not the best for us. So coming into that 3rd round, we didn't really have that grip that we should have, and the mentality, the call-outs, everything was kind of toned down and everyone was kind of, yep, okay, like no one was putting the maximum amount of effort in. Of course, like we were trying, but you can't try your best when everyone's a little bit weighed down by everyone else, right? So, but me personally feeling like going into that round, I felt like it could go either way, right? Because we won the first one, and then we lost the second one, and then we're going into that 3rd round, and it's like, but we also had in our heads that even if we lose, it probably won't matter because we had I think coming into the match, we had a really high amount of goals compared to the other teams. So, and knowing that Everest was playing Exploited next, which it's also a really good matchup, and it wouldn't be too much of a score difference between those two teams, even if Exploited were to win. We knew we were gonna make that tie, so I think that also made a point that we didn't play as well as we could have. Also, like we got tired. Everyone has played for a long time. The last 2-3 games a little bit sloppy. We're going in super strong the first 2 games, and even I got surprised by the scores we got on the first 2 games. Going into that 3rd round, I felt like this is going to go either way, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen.
Your first 2 matches in the Master Tier are this week. How are you feeling going into those matches?
Of course, playing Master Tier is a lot different than playing in Ladder and Diamond teams, because everyone's obviously a lot better, or not a lot, but at least better because they're in the top. And this week we've gotten Intoxicated, If we play well, I think we might have a small chance, but I would say it's gonna be a tough one. But I hope we can pull ourselves together and play like we know we can. Because when we play now like we know we can, we don't make that many mistakes. Our passing game is usually really good. There's some things that could be fixed here and there, but usually we can hold up against really strong teams, and we've proven that to ourselves in scrims. If we have a good day and we play well, I think it's gonna be a really good game. Going up against Hyperion, I'm not sure at all. I don't think we've ever really played Hyperion in a scrim or anywhere, so that could go either way. I don't know. So that one's a little bit scary because I don't think any of us really knows how they play, and I don't think they know how we play. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in that game.
Good afternoon, Jacks and Jills. I'm Matsuda Mui, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In this installment, we are going to cover resets. In the next couple videos, we will be going over neutral zone offense, but before we can do that, we need to touch on resets. A common synonym for reset is a back pass, but these are in fact two distinct things. A back pass is nothing more than the act of sending a pass to a teammate in the direction of your own goal. A reset, on the other hand, is a specific type of back pass with a specific purpose. When you send a reset to your backliner, you are in effect resetting the play. You are restarting your attack effort. When we talked about zones, we also talked about the two stages of attack in Echo Arena, and that these two stages are at mid and bubble. So when you are resetting the play, you are allowing your team to properly set up for an attack on either the mid or the bubble. In either situation, this setup is taking place in a neutral zone, and that back pass, that reset, is being sent to a player in the backfield of that given neutral zone. So when is it appropriate to reset the play? This is actually fairly simple to define. A reset will generally only occur in the following situations. 1. You've just broken through mid and are intending to set up to attack the bubble. 2. You just forced a turnover in your own zone. Or 3. Your first attempt to attack a zone failed and you have maintained or regained possession of the disc. This isn't to say that you should always reset in these situations. Rather, there just really aren't any other situations that will call for a reset. It's an obvious point to be sure, but only because in making it we ignore the nuance of exactly when a reset is most appropriate. Another important factor to consider when calling for a reset is your numbers situation. How many players do they have between the disc and the attack zone, and how many players do you have for a coordinated attack? If your number is smaller, you likely want to reset the play in order to obtain a better numbers situation. One of the most difficult bad habits to break in Echo Arena is the inclination to always be moving forward, which also makes resets one of the most difficult good habits for a team to develop. The core of the breakdown lies in a lack of strategic consideration. If you're in a situation that would otherwise call for a reset, you are likely in a situation where the defense has an advantage. If you continue to drive forward despite being at a disadvantage, you increase the chances that the defense will stop the drive and force a turnover. This is a poor strategic decision, even if it sometimes still earns you a goal. You have to train yourself both as a team and as an individual to recognize your strategic situation at any given time. Being able to break down the arena into simple terms, in this case numbers, makes it easier to keep an eye on the overall strategic situation. So long as you're aware of your number situation, you should typically be able to determine when it is appropriate to reset the play. So in the next two videos, we'll be going over neutral zone offense, which I break down into two sections: turnover offense and bubble offense. Following those videos will be my bubble defense episodes, so to those of you that have been requesting it, this is your roadmap to when I intend to deliver on that. But as always, I thank you very much for watching. I've been Matsuda Mui. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Venues here in VR Master League. We are here in end of week 13, the final leg of the season, winding down in just a couple more weeks, and we'll be heading to the championship soon. But of course, until then, well, these master matches we've got for you today on Venues here in Europe, they're going to be mattering all the more every single week. These teams cannot afford to do anything but play as perfectly as they can. Now, with that, on the casting today, we've got, Wonder, T-Man on the cams. We got me, Palador, Sputnik Cobra, it's me, Ollie, as well as Retep Worm, who'll be on sidelines, and then joining me for commentary on the second match. But with that, pass it off here to Sputnik, and how's it going? I know you've been following this region for, the whole season pretty much, casting so many of their games. What's your outlooks in this last leg?
Well, Hyperion has been quickly developing this season. They seem to get better and better, but Envy seems to match their pace. Envy, very strong team. I love watching Niles, Stody, and Infiltrate, and they're such a strong team. Really, the sky's the limit for them. You know, we talk about teams, we talk about whether they'll stay between seasons.
Yeah.
And this region more so than NA, although NA, they're pretty much, before you used to say that, NA teams used to stay together longer, but not so much anymore. As we went from season 2 to season 3, teams play one season, then they dissolve, players take up a new team. And I really hope that Envy stays together for season 4. I would really like to see them continue to play. Mm-hmm. And I think they'll only get better as time will go on.
Well, they've been a team who's been pretty much on fire the last couple of cycles, really. Just mentioning, we saw Envy actually last week versus Team Gravity, but they had up until that point, I mean, they were on, I believe, 9 out of 10 games or 10 out of 11 games, something like that. The only games they've lost were to the retaining champions of VRML in Europe. So that's saying something. They played extraordinarily well. But here on this cast here with Envy, we'll have it's me, Ollie, who will be casting these teams as they hopefully get in rather soon. But Ollie, over to you. What's up?
Well, I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to get these matches casted, especially this first one coming up, Envy going against Hyperion. This is going to be a good one because from what I've seen from either team, it's like they're both very fast-paced. I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with Hyperion, like breaking the sound barrier with their backward stacking on that, attacking the QB and whatnot. But also Envy, like I've seen their joust and they have just some really quick rollouts. So it's gonna be exciting to see how these players sort of go against each other, how these teams go against each other. Because I feel like in terms of speed and actual skill, they're fairly evenly matched. So it's gonna be a good game. It's definitely gonna be a fast one. So I'm just excited to be here watching this one.
Oh yeah, last time these teams faced, Envy and Hyperion was actually March 21st. So about a month ago, it went to 3 rounds. Now, it was Envy who took that away. The total score across the rounds was 35-19, favoring Envy there. But, the first 2 rounds super close. Was 7-9 in round 1. It was 10-7 in round 2. In the third round, a bit more decisive, where Envy took that away 19-2. So that was a pretty big round 3 for them at the time. But main point being, I mean, these teams are very, very competitive, and last time around, it was just right down to the third round. So hoping to see more of that here today. Over to the sidelines as well, we'll have Retep Worm again on the sidelines for the first and third match and casting for the second. Retep, how's it going?
Going good, man. I'm really excited to be here, actually. I'm really excited to see these teams playing it out and juking it. And, these Master games are always so exciting to see and all the fresh stuff. And everyone else, us in the league, can learn so much from these guys. I think it's so interesting to see the strategies they pull and see who can come out on top tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a fun night. And we, of course, will have North American venues also later on in the day. That's going to happen in another 6 hours or so from now, give or take. But we'll have Paper starting off that one as well, and we'll have a couple some master matches, potentially 2. So a lot of stuff to look ahead to today, for sure. But I mean, Paper versus Phoenix, who have been on venues before as well. These teams, nominally in Aurora, and that should be fun. We may have Illumiduty versus 7 potentially there, and to be determined. But we'll have 2 to 3 matches for you at least, and a lot of really high level gameplay. And again, Master Diamond tier, it's all going to really have a lot of implications on what happens in the end of the season and towards that post-season, the championships and such. So definitely high stakes at play every single game, it seems like now, especially at those higher divisions. But we do actually have the players beginning to join. So yeah, Sputnik, this match looking like it's going to get started soon. Like I mentioned, hopefully that round 3 is going to come along just like before. You can see the records, they speak for themselves, right? I mean, 15-9, 17-5. Both these teams really at the top level in this league that almost has 400 teams now.
And the league's only going to get bigger, too. I mean, we say that. We always say that. And it exceeds our expectations. We never would have expected it, or at least I always said it was going to grow. But I never had predictions. Like, I never had figures. And every season, it amazes me. It just... What new talent is going to rise to the top come season 4? What new talent is going to rise to the top come season 5? And we have all these seasons ahead of us. And we have all these new players, and they're gaining skill so quickly. They're gaining talent, and we get new talent every season. So, the shape of this league is only going to continue to change. So these are the top teams now. Can they maintain these spots? Can they maintain supremacy?
Yeah, it's not only season to season we get this growth as well, though, but even week to week. Now, we started with 226 teams in the first week of season 3. We're up to 385 now as of this week. So every week, in 13 weeks, and that's not even including our break weeks we've had, only one of the weeks we actually lost a small amount of active teams. We went from 328 in week 6 to 317. But guess what? Then the next week after that, we went to 342. So with one exception, every single week has been an increase in teams the entire last 4 months now, which is pretty ridiculous, but in a good way.
Yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, in the best way, but with that being said, we're about to start this matchup. These teams are readying up. We're about to begin this, Palador.
All right, well, I'm going to hand it off to Ollie here and Sputnik Cobra, and we're going to be getting off to this match as it starts right now. So I'll join you guys for match 2, but this one getting us started in venue. So welcome all, and we're going.
So this will be Hyperion versus Envy. And yeah, you take it, Ollie. I'm sorry about that.
Round 1 beginning now. Countdown is going. These teams are ready in their tunnels, and they will be rolling out. And it will be actually Hyperion getting that one right in the hands of Stoty. Stoty picking that one up. We'll look for the clear now, and he will actually get that clear out. That Envy stack hot on that. Discs heals going for the shot. The early shot just dinging. And now will be recovered by Infiltrate. Now looking for maybe a back pass. We'll send it back across over to Stoty.
So this will be at the ceiling with possession. Stoty getting that pass to BK at mid. So they're slowing this down. They already have this forward progression. Now they're trying to expertly get it into the bubble. Looking maybe at that pass up. That's going to be slightly ahead of BK. So a slap out coming through from Hyperion. A lot of stuns coming through right outside that bubble. And this stack will come through at defense, and they'll get it and they'll send it through the tube.
That clear coming through, that Hyperion stack going fast. The shot coming through, that'll just be another thing though. Very close, but that Hyperion stack recovering that disc and sending it through, maybe looking for a dribble. That stack does get broken up. That second stack coming through, and Howler placing that one for the 2. Hyperion taking that early lead 2-0. Now Envy will take Joust advantage.
So Envy would get down outside the bubble of Hyperion. They would slow it down, try and find some type of pace to drive into that bubble. But Hyperion's just going to flip the tables on them and get that down court, move quickly with their stacks, and beat Envy on transitional play. So now Envy with possession, and Niall sending that one cross to Stoty. Stoty sending that one cross to BK, back to Stoty. And you see this defense get back into position. They're pressuring. So Envy's now scrambling to get set up on offense.
Niles now sending that deep pass down to Stoty. Stoty just taking the time, working his way up, sending it over to Niles. Niles able to place that one in the top pocket, tying this game up 2-2. It'll be Hyperion now taking that Joust advantage as we do approach about 8 minutes on the clock. So now tied up 2-2. As I was saying earlier, fairly even. The speed of these teams seem to be fairly even as well. I mean, they're catching up to each other. There's not one team that's dominating. As I say, that Hyperion have an extremely slow rollout.
So Hyperion will get that pass. You see that defensive pressure from Envy at the tube. Envy with that triple pressure, trying to quickly pressure these passes. And now another pass coming through to the floor. Stupid Raz with it. Stupid Raz looking maybe for Howler. Howler just posting up, trying to cause some type of mayhem in that from front of Infiltrate, now below the goal and looking for it. And Infiltrate getting the save, getting stunned out. A punch out coming through. That clear coming through for Envy. This is a chance. You see that player from Envy at the mid trying to disrupt that stack. But Howler will find possession on that retreat.
That pass just taking some bounces and now in the hands of Stoti. Stoti looking for that clear to send it right back into that Hyperion side, and he does get it back all the way back into their bubble. Now just a race for it there. Envy does get there first. Stoti picking that up, going for the shot, and he's able to place it just above the goalie's head for the 2. So now Envy taking the lead by 2, 4-2, with about 7 minutes remaining on the clock, and Hyperion will take another Joust advantage.
So in that previous offensive possession from Hyperion, Howler would sit in front of Infiltrate, try and disrupt his rhythm. Infiltrate, staying focused, was able to get that save from Howler from beneath the goal. Howler would get the stun, but a nice punch out coming through from Envy's defense. They would be able to get down court. A steal coming through, another loss of possession. So now with it is Stoti. Stoti sending that back. And once again, we see Envy taking their time on offense.
Now Infiltrate just trying to draw in that defense. We'll send a deep pass down to BK. BK taking his time. We'll send it up to Niles, but Cinnamon with that just in time getting that stun off, but Stoti able to recover it now. We'll send it down to Niles. Niles up to behind the goal to BK. BK now up to Infiltrate, and Infiltrate in that top pocket yet again for another 2. It's 6-2 now. 4-point lead for Envy. Looking like they're gaining some momentum now, able to get their attacks on point. Not allowing to Hyperion to really get out of their side. Now Hyperion taking another Joust advantage. 6 minutes remaining on the clock. Still plenty of time for them to score. Just 4 points, you know. It's not the most comfortable of leads, but maybe they will get more comfortable lead going into this round.
So now with possession is Hyperion making this drive into the bubble. They're just outside of it now with it is Cinnamon. Cinnamon trying to find an angle. Cinnamon not able to get past BK. BK will throw out that stun. Now that clear coming through. There's another chance for Envy as these stacks look to form. A lot of disruption in the mid. It looks like they will shut down Envy's stack just for a moment, but that back stack coming through, a long shot coming through, and it's going to be wide off the backboard.
Cinnamon now recovering that one for Hyperion, looking for the back pass over to Howler. Howler now going up to Echo Zero now, but going back across to Cinnamon, trying to bait in that stack, that Envy stack, that actually go for the pass, and they will recover it, but a stun coming through. Cinnamon recovers out of this. We'll look for that clear. Hyperion stack is ready, going through for it now. Echo Zero picking it up, going for the shot, and just a bit high, but Stupid Raz coming in there, recollecting and placing it for the 2. So now just a 2-point lead, 6-4 in favor of Envy.
So Envy would put all 4 of their players on that full court pressure, and they would get stunned and stopped in the back court. So that was an easy chance for Hyperion. But, you know, Envy's been playing with this really aggressive defense, and it really did not play out for them in that possession.
Missed pass coming through, but BK able to recover that one after Hyperion looked to send the clear. Stoti recovering that one now, sending it back to Infiltrate. Infiltrate now is slowing down the play, trying to control the pace, drawing that defense a bit. You can see that Hyperion defense recognizing that what they're trying to do and not trying to go too far. Now the pass goes up to Stoti. Stoti making his way towards the goal, maybe looking for a shot. We'll send it down to Niles, and Niles going for a shot, but Echo Zero with a lovely save, denying that one, as he will send the clear back through to the Envy side.
So these stacks are coming through, and with possession will be Hyperion and Howler going to make it. So now it's a tie game. 4 minutes on the clock. Back and forth. A great save from Echo Zero to allow that transitional play down court for Howler to score. But Echo Zero would get that save. You had 2 goalies in the goal, able to reposition for that cut, find the save. A great play from Hyperion.
Envy now taking Joust advantage. Infiltrate will take that QB, send it over to the tunnel, picked up by BK. BK going across to Stoti. Stoti making his way forward again. We'll send that back pass over to Infiltrate again. Infiltrate going across to Niles. Niles now sending that forward pass up to BK. A one-on-one with the goalie. He will place it again in that top pocket. Envy really liking that top pocket area for another 2. So now it's 8-6 in favor of Envy. Just about 3.5 minutes remain on the clock as Hyperion takes Joust advantage.
That's been 3 shots to that top pocket. You can see Howler put his hands up. Maybe they know that Howler is not good at saving those, and that might be his kryptonite. So now rolling out will be Hyperion to Stupid Raz up to Echo Zero now down to the floor. A great rollout from Hyperion. Now this cut into the bubble, and Echo Zero is going to make the 2 points. So now it's still tied up. It's back and forth. These possessions are just being traded. Less than 3 minutes on the clock, Ollie. This could go to overtime.
This could very well go into overtime. What it looks like to me is whichever team gets Joust's advantage, they're able to just maintain that possession and end up scoring a goal off of it. As now the pass comes through to Stoty. Stoty actually not able to pick down up off the bounce. That Hyperion stack coming through. Echo Zero now looking for the clear, maybe looking to chase after it with their stack, and they will do just that. Echo Zero now picking it up. We'll get pressure. We'll not see that defender. BK will for the stun. Now picking up, we'll look for the shot, maybe the clear. Oh, other way around, maybe the shot. Well, it will be a clear. Now Stoty passing up to Niles. Niles going for the shot. This time in that bottom pocket area for a 2, trying to maybe trick that goalie. Maybe recognizing that the goalie has sort of figured out their pattern. So going in that bottom pocket for a 2. Now 10-8 in favor of Envy yet again as we approach the final 2 minutes.
So this is only the first round in this matchup between Hyperion versus Envy. But if this first round's rhythm continues, this is gonna maybe go to 3 rounds. We could see overtimes as you see that stack from Envy just flying past that pass in the tube, a stun coming out on that Envy stack. So Envy's now at a disadvantage as Hyperion approaches the bubble, but that pass is gonna be off. It's gonna be picked up by Howler. Howler now sending that down to the floor, looking for an angle, sending it to now Cinnamon behind the backboard, and that one's gonna be good. So back and forth, 90 seconds on the clock. It's tied up.
Again, tied up, just under 1.5 minutes now. Approaching his final minute, I believe they'll have about a minute once they come out the tunnels. It'll be Envy now with Joust's advantage yet again. Final minute in this first round, and it's still tied up 10-10. So a fairly high scoring round as now Infiltrate just looking to slow this down. They know they don't have much time left, so they don't want to give up any possession as Stoty sends that one right back to Infiltrate. That Hyperion stack, knowing that they need that possession as it is tied up right now. Stoty sends that pass down to BK. BK one-on-one the goalie will send out up to Infiltrate. Maybe a missed pass, but Infiltrate able to recover. We'll send one forward to Stoty. Stoty now looking for the pass. He'll just get stunned out, and now will bounce back straight in the hands of Infiltrate, who will send it right back to Stoty. Stoty now going down to Niles. Niles off the backboard, but save from Howler will deny that one as he clears it out.
But will be picked up by Infiltrate at the ceiling. So this last possession is crucial. Will be intercepted by Echo Zero. Echo Zero sending that clear. That back stack coming through that triple stack. They will find possession at the wall. Looking for this, for the cut. And that's 2 points. That might be it. That might be the first round of Hyperion. Maybe Envy took too much time running down that clock and made that fatal error. And that more than likely will have them losing this first round.
Seems like they have about 1 second coming out of the tunnel, so that will be it for this round, and it will be Hyperion taking this first one. So Envy may have taken a little too much time on there, just playing around with this, maybe trying to bring it into an OT because they knew maybe that would be a better chance for them. But it will be Hyperion taking that first round, 12-10.
And with that, we're gonna kick it to Retep Worm with the analysis.
Yeah, cheers, guys. What a round that was. So close there, back and forth, both sides. Just really, every time one side would get the upper hand, the other one would just deny that, winning it back. But it was, the passes were beautiful from both sides there, working around defenders so quick. And honestly, I really wasn't sure who was going to win throughout that. But just coming out on top there at the end, and that last 2-pointer. Worth mentioning as well, on the stats, that every player has 2 or 4 points. So they're both teams working together so nicely here. Really, really managing to get this team play working. Honestly, I don't know who's going to win. They both got the same level of team play, both got the same lovely fast stacks. Just have to see who can get the upper hand in this second round, and if we can get it to the third.
Absolutely. So this is going to be Hyperion versus Envy going to the second round, with Hyperion taking that first round in a back and forth that maintained that rhythm the whole time. So now Envy looking to force this third round, Ollie.
They will have to force this third round now if they want to take it back. So now second round beginning again, countdown going down as these teams come out for the initial joust, and it's Hyperion getting there first, but Stoty able to steal it. Cinnamon not able to juke out that first player. Niles now with the stack coming down, send it up to Infiltrate. Infiltrate go for the shot, and this time Envy with the early lead, 2-0. And a very quick goal at that 8-second goal time. So you can just see how fast NV is and how coordinated they are. They got those passes up and were able to just get that early goal for the 2 off of that.
So Envy looking to make a statement. Now with possession will be Howler. Howler sending that one through the tube. A stun out coming through. It will be in the hands of Niles. Niles going to get stunned out by Echo Zero. So Echo Zero not maybe seeing that approaching stack. Actually does. Gets that block up just in time. So Cinnamon looking at this 1v1, taking the shot. And they're going to take that one. So this is going to be the same thing as the first round. 2-2. A minute, almost a minute off the clock, and it's tied up.
It seems these teams really love going for that top pocket area. As Cinnamon just try hit it in that top pocket. He gets it pretty much there in that area for the 2. So now tied up 2-2 as Niles sends it across to Stoty. Stoty now sending that one forward. BK with a quick slap back, knowing he's pressured. Back to Stoty. Stoty now will send that one up to Niles. Niles getting pressured, recognizing he's getting pressured, just trying to get it back to Stoty, and Stoty deciding to send that one back all the way back to Infiltrate, maybe break up that defensive stack as he does send it forward back again to Niles. Niles back to Infiltrate. Infiltrate going for the pass down to Stoty, and Stoty able to slam that one in for the 2. Now 4-2 in favor of Envy.
Nice moves from Stoty behind that goal, able to get past that defense off the backboard and find his way into the goal for that dunk. So now 2 points towards Envy. It's going to be Joust advantage. Now it's 2 minutes off the clock. So with possession will be Howler. You see that Envy stack flying past Howler to the shield. They're a little late behind on these passes. Maybe taking too much time, trying to find a rhythm on defense. They will opt to get closer to that bubble. Pressure on Stupid Raz. Stupid Raz will send it to Cinnamon. Cinnamon backing it out just a little bit, sending that one to Bowtie. So Echo Zero with it. And now they're going to try and take a page out of Envy's playbook. They're really slowing it down. They're pulling out this aggressive Envy defense.
Cinnamon now sending it up to Howler. Howler maybe looking for a backward shot, but that one's just going to be a bit off target. And now back in the hands of BK, who will go for that clear. Clear all the way into that bubble, maybe waiting for that Envy stack to get there, but Hyperion is there first with that quick stack, missing the disc twice actually, giving Niles an opportunity. He will go for the shot off the backboard, and that'll just be a bit of a miss again, but recovered by BK, who will decide to send it all the way back out to Infiltrate.
So Infiltrate with possession. They have this 2-point lead. Envy looking to extend it. Infiltrate getting closer to that bubble, sending that pass now for that cut behind goal to Stoty. Stoty looking for an angle. Stoty pulling out that defense, and Stoty going to make the 2. So Stoty really recognizing his strengths on offense, pulling out one of the defenders, and the defender just wasn't able to predict his movement. So Stoty would find the 2 points, and now a 4-point lead. They have this buffer. We saw they had this 2-possession buffer in the first round, but Hyperion was able to gain ground against them and tie it up. So you see this Envy defense putting that pressure on that initial pass, on that second pass, but Hyperion able to get these passes off, so Stupid Raz looking for an angle now.
And he will send it across to Cinnamon. Cinnamon now looking to make his way forward. We'll decide to send that one across to Raz. Raz getting pressure. We'll send that one back to Cinnamon. Maybe they're trying to just draw out that defense, bring that player in. And it looks like they have got one player in, but they're trying to maybe get past him, waiting for their teammates to get a bit further up, as it looks like they are stuck a bit deep into the field. As now a pass does come up to Echo Zero. Echo Zero getting pressured. Decides to do some juking. We'll send that one back to Raz. Raz sending that one back to Cinnamon now. Cinnamon just slowing it down here. We're walking it forward. We'll get pressured and we'll send that one across, but that'll just be a bit of a missed pass.
So Stupid Raz will pick it up. Stupid Raz now sending that one cross. Envy's defense trying to react. They have this pass opportunity at ceiling that will pull the goalie, and then the goalie able to recover, so Stoty will cycle in, and they don't have the angle they want, so they'll send it back out. Now behind the goal, and Echo Zero to finish it off. Stupid Raz with the assist. So quick thinking from this offense on Hyperion. They didn't have the angle they wanted. They pulled out the goalie, but Stoty was able to cycle in for Infiltrate. They sent it back out, and then they sent it right to the backboard, and Echo Zero is going to finish that one off for 2.
So now Envy taking the Jazz advantage. A pass over to Niles. Niles sending on forward up to BK. BK going across to Stoty. Stoty getting pressure. We'll send on back across to BK. BK, well, now just slow the play down. Maybe looking for his back pass to try to draw that defense out even further. Infiltrate taking this now, the back line. You can see playing this very slowly. They do have the 2-point lead, which might not be the biggest of leads, which is even more of a reason as Infiltrate actually sends it up to backboard, but that's just going to be a missed pass. But as I was saying, even more of a reason for them to play this slowly. They don't want to make mistakes because Hyperion is very good at punishing those mistakes. As you can see, Cinnamon coming through that stack now, making his way forward. Not able to dodge that stack though, as Envy comes through and Infiltrate picking that one up.
So that clear will come through for Envy. It's now in the back half. It will be picked up by Stody. Stody sending that long shot, and that one's good at 22 meters. That's exactly what they needed. They needed to gain this distance on Hyperion. Hyperion's so explosive in their transitional play, and they will punish any error. So 5-point lead now to Envy. Envy just looking to maintain this pace with 4 minutes on the clock.
Looks like it could be a similar situation to the first round, except this time Envy able to keep that momentum and take away that lead even further. As now Raz will send that pass across to Echo Zero. Echo Zero now down to Cinnamon. Cinnamon looking to make his way forward. Will send it across to Echo Zero, but that's going to be a missed pass and bouncing straight back out of the Envy side, back into the Hyperion side. It will be recovered by Raz. Raz now with that pressure of that stack coming through, and it will be infiltrated by a player, Stoti, I believe, and now the pass does come across to Cinnamon. Cinnamon making his way forward, maybe looking for a cut pass. Instead, he will just go for the shot for the 2. Now, this could be the start of Hyperion's comeback, just a 3-point lead.
Infiltrate not able to make that save. He had 2 passes. He had 1 pass to cover, 1 shot to cover, and that's a difficult decision for any goalie. So now possession is to Envy. 3 minutes on the clock. Infiltrate sending that one quickly to left 2 on this rollout, but the stop coming from Hyperion, they can't find the clear off the floor they want. They will get possession. That shot coming through, but able to recover, and another shot from Howler. So you talk about recoveries, Envy would be able to recover, but that backstack from Hyperion would come right through this shield, get that stun on that save, and be able to put that in for 2.
So now just a 1-point lead, 9-8, as we do approach these final 3 minutes of this second round. It could be Hyperion taking this in 2, or it could be Envy taking this to a 3rd, as Niles sent on forward to BK. BK going across to Stoti and able to block that stack. Stoti now sending that one back to Niles. Niles across the Infiltrate, and that deep pass coming through down to BK. BK quickly sending that one back as that stack does come through. That stack is now broken. Niles losing that one straight in the hands of Echo Zero now, who will go for the clear. So it looks like that Envy stack will be there first. BK picking that one up, closely followed by Hyperion. Nearly sending that into the player of Hyperion, but the pass coming through to Stody. Stody going for the long shot, and it is good for the 3. Now 12-8 in favor of Envy.
Stody with the accuracy, really showing his long shot skills. He made a 22-meter a few minutes before, and now he's going to follow up with a 37-meter shot from the tube, and that's the momentum that Envy needs. So Envy would stumble just a little bit on this explosive offense and defense from Hyperion, but they're able to find these angles into that goal. You can see Envy would pursue it, but recognize that shot was in. So now with this forward progression is Hyperion, but Envy will get on defense. Let's send it up to Nest, off the shield, and finding it will be Echo Zero. So only a 2-point game now.
12-10 now, just a 2-point game as we do approach this final minute. A similar situation now, except Envy is able to have that slight lead up on Hyperion rather than it being tied. Now it will be Envy taking that Jaws advantage. I assume they're gonna want to play this one quite slow, quite accurate, I guess you could say, as to not make any mistakes, because getting into this final minute, it could be very damaging for Hyperion, as that steal does come through for Hyperion to be able to put some points on the board, tie it up, maybe gain a lead of their own. But now BK picking that one up, going for the pass down to Stoti. Stoti getting pressure, will just juke that first player, going up to BK, and BK slamming that one in for the 2. Now a 4-point lead, 14-10 in favor of Envy.
So this is looking like we're going to be going into a 3rd round, unless Hyperion can find a beautiful long shot 3 and then have enough time to put in a 2. Or, I mean, they could do this. They have very limited time, but they will quickly roll out to the left tube. Echo Zero now sending that one cross. Cinnamon back to Echo Zero in this cut, and that's 2 points. 30 seconds on the clock. They have enough time, a very little amount, but they could do this.
A 9-second goal. You don't usually see that off of a Jaws advantage, but Hyperion able to pull that one off now. Just a 2-point lead, 14-12. They could pull this off. They just need to be very fast about it. And Envy cannot make a mistake as Infiltrate sends that pass up to Niles. Niles send it on forward to BK. BK going across now to Stoti. Stoti just slowing the play down. He's not getting pressure. We'll send that one up to Niles. Niles sending that one forward to Stoti. Stoti now sending that one back to Infiltrate. And it looks like it will be going into a 3rd round as Envy is able to take this second by 2 points.
An impressive performance from both teams. Red Up, tell us what's going on.
Thank you. Yeah, so as you said, both teams playing really nicely here. Hyperion, though, with their real nice positioning around defenders, is able to get them do so many cuts, one after another, before defenders can get them and get these goals in. But Sinner and Hyperion, Sinner and Echo, sorry, have got some faster stacks this game. They've obviously been working on that from previous games, but a few times they were a little bit slow and got mixed up. And Envy were able to take advantage of that and get around them, get back to the goal before they could, and score those points. We've also got Stoty, obviously, as you said, so accurate this game. Along with Echo, who's center play and holding back these passes, really holding Hyperion together. So they almost won that one back at the end there, but not quite. Have to see if they're warmed up enough into this third round now, though. See if they can get some more points out here and a little bit faster stacks, but more team play. If that's enough for them to win this back and get this last round in the bag.
Absolutely. So we will be going into this third round between Hyperion and Envy. Hyperion able to take the first round, Envy finding the win in the second one. It would be Envy in the first round looking to have that momentum to take it, but Hyperion is able to make the right plays and capitalize on the errors from Envy. So now in this neutral joust, these teams about to come out of the gate. It will be won by Envy. Envy getting quickly stunned out. That backstack coming through. Now a clear from Hyperion. They will have that progression into the bubble. Quickly getting back on defense is Envy, and the shot coming through from Echo Zero. So that's 2 points on the board. That's going to be the lead now going to Hyperion.
A quick goal there, 11-second goal time this time. A 2-point lead, early 2-point lead to Hyperion. So that will be Envy taking that joust advantage. 9.5 minutes remaining on the clock. It will be Infiltrate taking that QB. A quick pass over to his teammate, and that forward pass down to BK. BK going across to Stoty. Stoty now going back to Infiltrate. Infiltrate getting pressured by that Hyperion stack. That missed pass coming through, and it will be straight into the hands of Howler now. Howler will look for the clear. That Hyperion stack will look to follow, and it goes all the way through. Echo Zero picking up, going for the long shot, and it's just going to be a ding off the rim.
And Envy definitely doesn't need these errors, but they will get down court. They're not able to get it off the wall. They will find it. Stoty now sending that to the shield. Infiltrate with the drive. Infiltrate to the bottom pocket. So now tied up, and Hyperion could have punished Envy on that recent shot, but it would ding, and not able to really find these long shots for the majority of this round is Hyperion. But if Hyperion were, they would have a much more decisive lead.
Now Hyperion with that joust advantage. Howler taking that QB will send it across to Echo Zero. Echo Zero looking to go across, but that's going to be a missed pass, just bouncing off the bottom of the tunnel there. Now a dribble coming through, going off the head of a teammate, and it'll be straight in the hands of Howler with that Hyperion stack, looking for a clear of his own. We'll go straight in the hands of Infiltrate. Infiltrate now just slowing the play down here again. We're getting pressured. We'll send that pass across to Niles. Niles now sending that forward pass over to Stoty. A 1-on on the goalie. He will go for the pass up to Infiltrate, and Infiltrate going for the shot. 4-2. Now 4-2 in favor of Envy.
You can always see these extra passes coming through from Envy. Envy recognizing these cuts. Infiltrate coming up from the back line, all the way up from mid. And so they have 4 players on offense outside it around that bubble, and that helps so much. So they take enough time to pull up that backline player, and a stun coming through. And the Niles now sending that forward, and now cross to Stoty. Stoty with another long shot. That one's not going to be in, though.
Echo Zero recovering that one. We'll send the clear through past that backline defense all the way into the Envy side. Now it will be Envy getting there first. Closely followed by Hyperion, a headbutt coming through. We'll just go backwards into the hands of Howler. Howler picking that one up at the backline. Looking to make his way forward now. Just carrying the disc. We'll send that one down to Cinnamon. Cinnamon slowing down the play here again. Waiting for his teammates to maybe get open. Maybe this Envy defense doing well as that missed pass does come through. Now bouncing straight back out into the hands of Raz. Raz sending that one forward up to Echo Zero. Echo Zero now going a deep pass down to Cinnamon. Cinnamon going out against the goal, and he will place it 4-2. So tying this game up 4-4 is Cinnamon. Now with Envy taking the joust advantage.
So Infiltrate would dive out of the goal to try and pressure Cinnamon at the floor, but Cinnamon able to avoid him moving vertically. And that other defensive player from Envy would try and cycle into the goal, recognizing the dive from Infiltrate, but not able to get there in enough time. So Niles now with it after that initial pass. Niles now sending that follow-up to the wall. BK sending that one cross. You can see how Envy's pulling their offense forward, but this forward stack from Hyperion will just hit the brakes, try and predict these passes. They'll miss that one. Now into the bubble will be Stody. Stody behind the goal to BK. BK with a slap out, and the nice follow-up from Niles. Excellently played from Envy.
So now Envy regaining that lead by 2 points, 6-4. Just about 6 minutes remain on the clock, as it will be Hyperion taking that Joust advantage yet again. So rolling out now, it will be a different rollout as to what we've seen. Howler missing that first pass though down to the ground, quickly recovering though. That Envy stack not able to pick down up. Now the quick pass down to Cinnamon. Cinnamon going across to Echo Zero. Echo Zero making his way forward. Is getting pressure. Is not able to send a pass through. Still able to recover that one for Envy. Now looking for maybe a dribble opportunity picked up by BK. BK going for the shot. That just a ding though, and it will be back in the hands of Hyperion.
So that clear will not find its way through mid. It will bounce around. Envy coming through with the stack, but they're not able to get possession. They'll get the stun out there. 2 stuns, not able to pick up possession. So still with it will be Hyperion. Hyperion sending that up and down to the floor. So Howler now with it. Howler going to get stunned out. Traded stuns between Howler and Niles. So Niles not able to make that stop happen and get possession. So Hyperion still with it, trying to work their way into the bubble.
Cinnamon now going for a cut pass out to Howler, and Howler able to place that one again, tying this game up 6-6. Just a very close game. Each team able to respond and tie this game up, as now it will be Envy taking that Joust advantage as we do just reach that halfway mark of this third round. About 4 minutes 40 remaining on the clock. Envy taking this Joust advantage will be Infiltrate, sending that pass over to Niles. Now sending this one forward over to BK. BK now going across to Stoti. Stoti getting pressure, will settle on back to BK. BK getting pressure, will decide to settle on back all the way to Niles. Niles sending that one across to Infiltrate. Infiltrate just not able to dodge that stack and actually break it. And now BK receiving that pass will just decide to slow the play down here up on the Cloud Geo. And now making his way forward, looking for the pass down to Stoti. Stoti 1-on-1 on the goalie, and he's able to place it past that goalie for another 2. So now 8-6 in favor of Envy.
So Envy would be able to pull out these defensive players out of the bubble from Hyperion and find Stoti behind the goal for that 1v1 against the goalie. Cinnamon would come out too far to challenge a pass, a cross pass. That's from what I observed, but Cinnamon just slightly too far out of the bubble, and a nice play from Envy.
Cinnamon losing that one now to the Envy stack. BK sending down all the way down to the Hyperion side. That stack coming in through. Infiltrate going for that tight shot, but not able to place that one in. Recovered though by Niles, who will place that one in for 2. So now 10-6 in favor of Envy, a 4-point lead. And yeah, again, this kind of situation where Envy are starting to take away that lead by more than 2 points. So we'll see if it goes by how the previous 2 rounds went, and maybe Hyperion will be able to catch up, or maybe this time Envy will just keep piling on points.
So now picking it up will be Hyperion. Hyperion sending that one left, and the follow-up, that one's going to be off. Infiltrate coming out of the back line and finding possession. This clear coming through. It looks like it will be a trade right into the hands of Howler. So goalie to goalie. Raz now sending that one forward for a clear, but Envy will be pursuing it. So BK now with it. They have this 4-point lead, 2-possession lead. At the wall will be Echo Zero. Echo Zero now sending that back.
Howler sending down forward down to Cinnamon. Cinnamon not able to pick that one up, but will be recovered by Raz, who is getting pressure. Will send that cross pass, but BK able to intercept that one. Now looking for that clear, which will be all the way out, and now picked up by Stoti. Stoti looking to make his way forward again. We'll go for the shot on the stun goalie, but Howler with the headbutt save, denying that one. Now the pass down to Niles, and Niles slamming that one in for the 2. So now a fairly big lead. It's by 6 points, 12-6 in favor of Envy. Maybe this is the momentum they needed in the previous rounds. Just keep piling on points.
A terrific save from Howler. Stoti set that soft 3 in on the stun goalie, but Howler wasn't going to let that happen. Howler able to quickly find that block with their head. So now at the floor will be Echo Zero. Echo Zero not able to find that pass to its intended target. Stoti with another long shot. That one's going to be good at 23 meters. So now gaining traction is Envy. Envy with the momentum. Envy with the lead to possibly take this series.
15-6 now, a 9-point lead. Less than 2 minutes remain. That's 3 threes. All Hyperion needs is 3 threes, which will be quite a difficult task, seeing as Envy is able to get there quickly into their defense, and they have a strong defense as that intercept does come through off the head, but Echo Zero able to recover and send it down to Cinnamon. Cinnamon now sending that one across to Echo Zero. Echo Zero looking to make his way forward, juking that first defender. Just carries on juking on the ground as he will send that back to Raz now. Raz sending that one back to Echo Zero. Echo Zero now maybe looking to make his way forward, waiting for his teammates to get set up. Again, a stun goal. He will go for the backboard shot, but Stoti able to save that one and go for the clear.
And Envy down court will find possession. Stoti with another shot. That one's not going to be good. Looking to pick it up, though, will be Raz. Raz now sending that out of the bubble. And Hyperion just looking to get this out. Stoti will get it back and get it back again. Stoti now with that pass, and that cut will be good. BK with the 2 points.
17-6 now, an 11-point lead. Less than a minute remains, and I don't think Hyperion have much time, or well, enough time to come back from this massive lead. 11 points, but maybe they can still put some points on the board. They wanna go out of this match fighting, at least. Maybe not winning, but they can still come out fighting. As now that long clear does come through, but that Envy stack able to beat them to it. But Hyperion quickly following them. But Stoti with a nice steal will steal that one and will look for the clear, which will be all the way back out.
So that will be through. That Envy stack will not find it off that initial bounce. They will get it at the floor. 20 seconds and counting. They will send it back to Niles. Niles at the back line. And they're looking to just run out this clock.
Niles just waiting now, running out that clock, even though it doesn't matter at this point if they made any mistakes or not, because Hyperion has no chance of coming back, no matter how fast they are. But Stoti may be looking to put one last point on the board, and BK finishing off this round with a slam dunk, finishing it at 19-6 in favor of Hyperion, a massive 13-point lead.
So this was back and forth for a while, but gaining traction and gaining the lead in the third round would be Envy. So Envy will take this series in a reverse sweep. Tell us what happened, Red Dev.
Okay, so I did call out in that first round, or second round, sorry, that Sinner and Echo had some nice stacks working, but in this last round, BK and Stoti, I mean, you cannot deny how fast their stacks were. So consistent, flying in there before defense could form up there on Hyperion's side. Stoti will be there to get that lovely long three-pointer and just get those consistent goals. They also had some really nice defense on the side of Envy, so every time Hyperion wanted to take an attack, they'd just be in position, just pressuring them, stopping them, and as soon as that clear would come, they would chase it down and get those goals again. Unfortunate that Hyperion, they were just feeling that pressure at the end of that round and not able to keep their stacks together, not able to get those attacks working out, and that just really cost them the round and the game overall.
So that will be this first round, Hyperion versus Envy. Envy taking this in 3 rounds. We will be coming back with the next round, Envy versus Clockwork. I'm Sputnik Cobra. I've been joined by It's Me Ollie and Red Tap Worm on the sideline and Wonder T-Man on camera. We will be back with the next match in just a minute.
Good afternoon, Jackson Jills. I am Matsu Demui, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In this first installment, we are going to cover zones, specifically attack, defensive, and neutral zones. Before we start, everything I cover in these videos are just basic guidelines to help get you more familiar with the meta. These represent only my interpretation of the meta, and it may not be shared by everyone. So we'll begin with an analogy. In the game of basketball, the court is split into 2 halves. To your team, these are the offensive and defensive zones. The defensive zone is the half occupied by your team's goal, and the offensive zone is the half occupied by the other team's goal. Hockey does this as well with offensive and defensive zones, but hockey also adds a neutral zone in the center of the ice. In both sports, it is the rules of the game that define the zones and thus influence the strategies that teams develop around them. And in Echo Arena, we effectively take this concept of zones one step further. It is common, even the norm, to identify the 2 halves of the arena as the offensive and defensive zones from your team's perspective. But in practice, what you effectively have are 2 defensive zones, 2 neutral zones, and 2 attack zones. Mid doubles as both an attack and defensive zone depending on whether or not you control the disc. In Echo Arena, an offensive attack happens in 2 stages. First, the offense has to get through mid, and then they can set up for an attack on the bubble. There is no bubble attack before getting through the choke point at mid. In the analogy we started with, where game rules were what define the zones, here it is a level design of the arena, i.e. the geometry, e.g. this choke point, that creates this unique defensive zone. So then what is a neutral zone? For offense, this is a zone in which you tend to stage your attacks from. For defense, this is basically a zone that you do not overcommit defensive coverage to. And again, it is the level design here that creates this effective zone. With so much space, it is much easier for the offense to successfully complete passes and otherwise progress up the field. That is as opposed to mid, where the geometry creates a choke point, or bubble, where the geometry funnels everything into a smaller and smaller area around the goal, and thus these are far more viable as defensive strongholds. So in the end, it is the lack of defensive viability that creates these neutral zones. So how do you use this information? On offense, it's good to be able to predict how and where the defense will be setting up to defend. Conversely, on defense, it is good to know where your geographic strengths are, that is, what areas of the map provide you with advantages on defense. This knowledge can inform you while devising both offensive and defensive strategies and plays, and may better help you make necessary adjustments during a real game. Some core concepts to always keep in mind are space and numbers. These exist on a sliding scale where more space and fewer numbers tends to favor the offense, while less space and more numbers tends to favor the defense. Numbers here just meaning the number of players in a given area. Now, with all that said, what are your thoughts? Does this help you visualize the game any better? Do you completely disagree with what I had to say? Or maybe you had some questions or even a potential topic for a future 3-minute meta. Please leave them all in the comments below this video. I will be reading through all of them, so feedback is greatly appreciated. But that's it for this installment of 3-Minute Meta, and the next we're going to cover offensive joust schemes. I've been Monsieur Demouy. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.
They'll still be there for the recovery. The stack, though, meeting them along the line. So there is going to be a shot from the bottom line and right into the goal. Mail it in. It's Franz. In a row. Shots. 2 shots in a row. Fine. 3 in a row. That's where snowballs begin.
Ooh, single shot. They have another opportunity here. Mozzie. That was a great read. Next tech Farsa. Ooh, nice swim move. Next tech down to the floor to the Sosa. Sosa gonna set up Scarborough. Scarborough looking for the cut pass. Hits next tech and he brings it in for the 2. What a play there.
Had it on now, looking maybe for the dribble with his teammate. I'll just bounce off the wall, but step over. Nice recovery. Maybe a long shot and it will go in. For the 3 from 40 meters. Quickly closing that gap. Very nice. Very much appreciated. Now the pass comes up to Lucid Knight. Lucid Knight going for a 1v1 and he will get it off the back, but to put it in for the 2.
Fernando's going to get that one cleared out as the chains get together and chase after that one down into the Lumiduty bubble. Ender with a hand on it. Ender up to Andy, and a good stop there by Witt. And Witt's going to get the clear out here as this one's through the near side tube all the way down into the 4 Kings bubble here. That's 4-on-0.
Already scoring nearly as many points in this round as they did in round 1.
Jim looking for the pass to Kaz. Kaz with the juke and the slam.
Oh, a 9-point lead. And finding the stop there will be clockwork, and that's not good. And this long shot coming through, that's going to be good for Mamil.
They're looking to recollect the disc, but if maybe the other team can get it. They might get a scoring opportunity, and John does recollect over to Hyper Infinity, and Hyper
in orange. That is Gen Z on the right in blue. I am Monster and Wee, joined by Source Authority on the cameras, and Sputnik Cobra in the studio with us as Aeronite gets the first goal there. 3 points on the board for a Moonface with the clear.
Clear's going in, and it looks like Soluna's going to be right there with an open goal. Has to pass out. Moonface, though, finding the low side.
There by Invictus.
Reindeer with the disc, but it gets caught up by Rummy, and Rummy
And dodging, juking, looking for the passing play perhaps, but unfortunately no one in the lane that Anubis was looking for. But with that, Ghost Duck trying to tap it off, and in the trap, Tuna Fish and Caesar contesting. But Caesar making a Caesar salad out of that, and oh my goodness, again, Caesar! All the way from Rome.
Pass to Zenith, and Kango's really taking their time here with the bounce passes. Oh, and the really slick pass, and eventually ending up in a goal for Kangaroo and Strembitsky.
Caps are not able to get there. Oh, that's.
Oh, hold on, Dimween! Hold on, Dimween! It's a shot from Ender, way deep down. 54. What a hit! That was crazy.
It's got to be a record.
So Charlie 13 now with it, sending it across to Swift, with trying to find him and finding Alikos. Alikos making an attempt happen and making that goal on the top pocket.
The disc gets over to Mozzie here. Mozzie going for across the single shot, and single shot, just looking for a single shot and puts it in with 8 meters per second on the shot.
They're going to be forced to compete up against them. If they want to have a chance, they got to improve. They got to get good enough to beat the likes of Phantoms or Gravity or anyone that's at the top. That's a ridiculous across-court bounce shot.
The goalie, you should definitely do it. So yeah, you have to be careful with that sometimes. But anyways, here coming back into the game here, Camjam is gonna go for the deep, nice crop pass. Who has a 1v1 opportunity here, just denying any chance here for Leviathan to come back, and again makes it a 3-point game.
Rock Tour saying possession must be super in favor of Illumiduty, and right now the possession back to Illumiduty. Good dive from Burbs. Recovery, possibly from Burbs. Has the angle. It's tight, and it's there! Shocknot Norris gets it out, and kiting. Otherwise, a great goal from that pizza slice. As it will be taken here by Newton Dad. Newton, of course, Newton and Newton Dad, frequents of the Twitch chat, always here supporting teams, whether it's his own or others. And Abshu gets it right through for the 11th point.
Bouncing around, and Billy Brickwall can't quite get there, and that's gonna give one more opportunity. What?
So into the blue zone, back into the goal. Whoa, what a save from Cakester. That is a huge save to keep this alive, keep them alive in this game. They're gonna go for the 3. They're gonna make 3. Echo Japan, there's Kaz. Oh, Kaz, doing the dancing. Do it. Do something. Do something. Yes.
Can you feel me? Sorry I kept you waiting forever and a day, but now we're out here together with nothing standing.
getting going, and that's a good move from Ignite. The pass there, slowly rolling the way of VTS King. VTS slapping it over, a catch by Duel. Duel sending it to the sideline. Now will be Franz, rolling it up the floor to Wolf. Wolf on the approach, handing it out to the corner. There's a team play, but there is the save away, and Phoenix through to bring it within one. That was a nice one. Oh no, and the dab. Oh no, and the double dab. I'm done.
VTS King working his way along the left side. There's no pressure right now. He can take his time. He passes to the right. NTS Franz is below. Goes off the backboard. NTS Franz brings Ignite up by 9.
Not quite able to pick it up, and the shot goes out off the mark. Looks like it's going to be Goran Jr. picking that up, doing a nice spin move, but the shot was off the mark, but he's able to get it that second time. What a pocket by Goran there.
With it at mid, sending it in, is going to hit Meatballer. Meatballer encroaching on the bubble. Al coming in. What a stop there by Com. Going to be picked up by Al, and Ryan coming away with it, but Arcalizing no Com with another grab. Connor Chaos with it now. Connor Chaos going to back it up. 17 seconds, sending this one up, but red there by Jay Walker. Jay Walker with the clear.
Mozzie.
Mozzie, he's going to get his pocket picked. Ryan with it. Ryan Hager shot there from Jay Walker. That was disgusting.
Keep on, I shine. Will surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. To start again. I'll see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes.
Can't get the grab. 8 seconds. Now 8 seconds in that far side. The inside trap. Fish is going to chuck this. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Worst just won it at the last possible second.
Bounce off the backboard and off the back of the crossbar. Be picked up by Simon. Simon under pressure now, able to avoid that defensive player and put it in.
Trying to run back up on the Great British Empire here, and they're able to get those 3 points.
And I think that's exactly what Blank needed momentum-wise. You know, it's now a 1-point game, a little over halfway through. This is definitely doable for them, so that was very important to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And Howler will take the disc here. Some good passes back and forth here, getting around that defense. Difficult passes as well. They're not easy passes under pressure on the table. It's kind of one of the most difficult passes to make. Zeko Zero will make a couple of ducks here. In fact, get past the defense.
Gonna hit Zenith up to Mad. Setting it up, hits Sealable. Sealable does not have a lane there, as that is .com all the way back to the goal. He does play very, very deep back. And Zenith is able to play it.
Back and forth and stunning coming up from both teams as Voodoo gets a nice, oh my god.
A clear from Caesar. Losing his arm a little bit there, but not losing the disc. Saluna dropping it, but Moonface taking it right back, sending it over, and oh my goodness, Moonface making a crater into the goal. 16 points, 25 meters deep.
Still so far from home. I've searched for you on my cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time.
Look at this explosive Joker offense, getting the stop is Swag War, so we'll deny that opening start, and they'll get the boost down court. They will be at ceiling, they'll find possession, and they'll take this shot
in the law, putting 3 of nice quick passes here, sending it up to the top. Lovely pass there, passing it back. Legit now holding it. Stuns there, lovely stun.
Sending that one cross, gonna be ahead of its target, but pursuing it will be Team Gravity. Viatrex now down to the floor. Does this angle exist? And it does. That pass to Lowriders.
Savage Joes has improved over their current games. Stacks are out. Both stacks are getting really close as blue team flubs their match. Average Joes puts it in for 2. Toggle pick not taking any time.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this venue showcase for our next match. We will be going ahead with Hellbent v Blank, and unfortunately we won't be showing NVV Clockwork tonight on this showcase because of some scheduling issues. We're not able to move around, and because we started a little behind schedule, we will just go ahead and skip to Blank v Hellbent. And of course it is Ismioli, and joining me is Retep Worm and Wonder Team, and on the cams making the show wonderful as always. So as we get into this first round, Retep, take it away.
Thank you. So we're seeing the countdown coming right now. We're going to see who's going to take this one first, Hellbent or Blank. And flying in first is going to be Hellbent, taking it, throwing it down there below. Oh, but the Blank stack takes it first, trying to get that clear. Can they get it out? Not quite. Watchdog is watching the back, and he takes it now. Looking for that long pass. He's just walking upfield. No pressure at the minute. Oh, there's the pressure though. Too quick, and he is stunned out, and here is going to be the clear.
Blank pass now with that clear. That Hellbent stack though getting back quickly and just missing this, scrambling for it, and that stun coming through from that Blank stack. Torrin picking that one up, going for the shot, but that's going to be a little bit wide, and now coming back out and back in the hands of Torrin. Torrin looking for his opportunities, will go across to Tosis. Tosis now slowing down the play at the back line here, just taking his time, making his way forward now. Looking for his opportunities. That Hellbent defense doing really well to cover the passes, but they can't let this get any closer. Now the pass up to Paddish. Paddish getting pressure. Will send it back to Toz. Toz going for the shot, but just barely missing that bottom pocket. And now that Hellbent stack coming through, trying to get that disc. Not able to retrieve the disc though. Twang Pants able to hit your ride, able to pick that disc back up, sending it back to Paddish. Paddish now up to Torrin. Torrin good for the shot, but a stop from Oculalen, and the clear coming through. But Hellbent now looking to recover it, but a stun coming through, and we'll go back in the Hellbent side.
Long clear now, the stack's forming to chase it down. Looks like it's going to be Blank being there first though, after stunning out that Hellbent stack. Oh, but Hellbent stack hanging back, able to take it again. Lockie dancing around, there's a pass behind the goal. Oh, and what a save! Not clearing fast enough though. So Bad Internet is going to get the goal there, bringing that to 2-0 for Hellbent.
That was a lovely save indeed, but although Torrin, one of the best goalies in the game at the moment, is able to save a lot of stuff. Bad Internet was just able to follow that up with a quick slap, probably milliseconds after the save. So just not quick enough to react there, as most people will not be. As the shot comes through, that one's just gonna scrape the rim and miss, and I'll be back out in the hands of Lockie. Lockie may be looking for the long shot. That's going just a little bit high, but on point. But Bad Internet, I'll go for the shot off the backboard. Again, that's just going to be a bit wide, just bouncing off the wrong area of the backboard. Now Watchdog recovering that at the backline, sending that one forward. But that's going to be a missed pass, bouncing down to in the hands of Torrin. Torrin looking for that 360 clear.
There's the clear upfield now. Oh, Okyalin going just past his head. Can he get it in time though? He can't. Unfortunately, there's Paddish taking it. Little back pass there to Torrin. Torrin just taking the space. Looking for his passes. Pass option though is not good. It misses, and there's Oculalen trying to get the clear, throwing it to himself, and now able to get that clear back upfield.
Back now in the Blank side, Hellbent just missing that one, enabling Twang Pants to recover it for Blank. Now that clear coming through again into the Hellbent side. That's the Hellbent stack again, overshooting that a bit, allowing Blank to reach the disc, but it'll be Lockie. Bad Internet picking that one up, maybe looking for a dribble alongside Lockie. Now the clear does come through. Bad Internet just overshooting that one. Lockie able to pick that one up. They're going for the shot. That one's just going to be a little bit too wide. Torrin recovering that one, sending that one forward. That's just going to hit some Geo and bounce down, but still in the hands of Tosis. Tosis maybe looking for a shot off the roof. That one's going to be just wide and just missing. Now back in the hands of Torrin again for Blank.
Yeah, this aggressive front stack from Hellbent is giving them so much pressure right here, but they're able to pass around it. They'll go back and forth. They're not quite getting close at the minute, being pushed back continuously. Torres now getting it, looking for a long pass across. Oh, before he can get it, he is stunned out by Lockie, and we're going to see a clear coming here. Yep, there it comes.
An awkward bounce, so sending that right back into hands of Locky. Locky looking for that clear now, all the way back down into that blank side. The Hellbent getting their first bad internet, picking down up and just gonna slowly put that one in. Maybe eventually Locky will put that one into that bottom pocket. Just bringing that time down a little way, running down that clock, making sure they can waste as much time as possible to I guess make it easier for themselves. Try and secure this round a little more. So now 4-0 in favor of Hellbent. It will be Blank taking this Jazz advantage as we approach this halfway mark of the first round.
Staring down the oncoming defenders there, looking at them in the eye, saying there's nothing you can do about this. We're going to see an attack coming here. Oh, but Torres in position still to save that one. Clear does not work quite. He saves it to himself though, and there is a nice pass through. The Stacks chasing him down. He takes a long shot. Oh, just missing pass though. Taken by Locky instead. Locky looking for that long clear, bouncing back into their own side though. These clears are not quite making it here.
And now in the hands of Bad Internet. Bad Internet maybe looking for the shot. That's just going to be a bit high maybe a calculated bounce pass, but not Torren with that headbutt. Trying to get it out off the wall maybe, but recovered by Watchdog. Watchdog will make his way forward. We'll just send that back pass, but intercepted by Twang Pants. Twang Pants now looking to send that one forward. That's going to bounce back in the hands of Hellbent, but Paddish with the steal. Looking to send that one all the way back out. Locky now with the recovery will send that one right back to the blank side.
Stacks now chasing it down, gets stunned out there. So we're going to see bouncing around here, Paddish taking it. That Stack chasing it down again. Someone needs to punish their Stack and knock them out. They are chasing every player down. But we're going to see a shot going at the goal here. There's the three-pointer by Torin, putting this goal to the 4-3.
Eventually, Blank is able to put some points on the board. So now closing that gap quickly, 4-3, just a 1-point lead. As you do have about 4.5 minutes remaining on the clock, and a pause does come through. Doesn't look like any players have dropped, so maybe just a timeout, maybe to discuss what they need to do moving forward, or maybe just to relax a bit. I'm not sure if either of these teams had any matches aside from any warm-up scrims before this, but I don't think they did. But maybe just they need a bit of a break. Or maybe it's a false pause, as it will be imposing back into this first round.
We're going to see here if there's anything they can do about that. In response to that lovely three-pointer, looking here, Hellbent is going to take that nice long pass to left tunnel. Not quite making it though. Just bouncing back. Can they get there before the Stack? They can. Locky now, looking for that long pass into tunnel. Bad internet with a very long pass. Oh, a little bit too far though. So it is taken by Paddish. Torin now gets stunned out by that front Stack. Doesn't quite make the long shot. Rushing here by Hellbent, not quite able to get these passes, but there is a good one. Bad internet, not quite making it in time, and Torin steals it, saving that goal, and looking for a pass away so they can get this disc back upfield.
Now recovered again by Bad Internet. He's looking to send the pass down to Watchdog, able to get that pass down. Watchdog jumping that first defender, but just a little miss on that bottom pocket I believe he was going for. Now Locky getting stunned out will send it back out into the mid, and that Blank Stack coming through Torin, sending that one all the way forward into that Hellbent bubble. Now Hellbent is there first, but maybe Blank, they missed this for a moment, giving Blank a chance to get back there, but they were not fast enough, and now that clear just being missed again. Recovered by Locky, sending that one up to Bad Internet. Bad Internet now maybe looking for the shot, but Paddish hiding at the back line, able to intercept that one, and we'll send it down to Torin.
There's all four players here from Hellbent swarming around the disc, running back to goal now to form a quick defense. Okay, they're going to be good enough in time. Torres there looking for the pass, but unfortunately a miscommunication means that Torin, messing up those names, is going for a stun on the goalie at the same time. Hit the three-pointer, can they make it? And they can! That quick stack racing back before Blank can get there and getting that nice open three-pointer by Watchdogs, putting them 7-3 in the lead.
7-3 and 4 points in the lead, so just about two and a half minutes remaining-ish around there. And Blank need to start maybe gaining some momentum if they want to take this first round, because so far it looks like Hellbent is dominating this game a little bit. They are faster, as a shot does come through from Twang Pants actually for the 3, so quickly closing that gap again. 7-6, a 1-point lead. But looks like Hellbent is sort of controlling this game a little bit. They are able to get more points on the board, and they are just seemingly to be the faster team right now. So as I did say, that Blank is able to put some points on the board. So now just a 1-point lead as it will be Hellbent taking that joust advantage.
Watchdog now passing up to Bad Internet and that tunnel. He did the block, but isn't quite enough to get Torin off him. But Locky is sat back there, perfectly in position to get that interception. The players are swarming for this disc right now. Blank able to take it back upfield and chasing it down from both stacks here. Who's going to get there first? We're going to see Lockie taking that slap away, and Torin able to take it first. Throwing that long shot at the goal. Oh, not quite making it. So close there.
Now recovered by Lockie, who will send that one all the way through that second Hellbent stack, chasing it down. Bad internet will pick it up and look to make his way forward, and he is able to place it past that goalie for the 2. So now looking to extend their lead yet again, get away from that 1 point is Hellbent. Now a 3 points in the lead, 9-6, as we do approach this final minute. Hellbent with Joust Blank with Joust advantage. They need to start making some fast plays, and although it is a 3, Hellbent have had some good defense, so could be the case that it would be very difficult for them to even make a 3. As I say that, Twang Pants with the 3, so okay, maybe not very difficult at all. That same rollout there, allowing them that 3, looks like Hellbent is just... Maybe Hellbent needs to realize that that quick joust, they need to have someone back, because they do it so quick, they just kind of leave goal up, and they're able to just put the 3 in, sorry, so now tied up 9-9, and it will be Hellbent with joust advantage.
Lockie now, walking upfield, taking his time with no pressure on him. He's going to take a long shot, and there's a Joust racing it first. Watchdog now, looking for that pass, he takes it. Bad internet, looking for that goal. Oh, but Paddish is able to save it at close range and get that quick clear. Lockie now, looking for another attack on the goal. Only 22 seconds to go. Can they make it in time? Torin now trying to get that quick clear out, to get it out, and he does manage it and send it back upfield.
Oculala no recovering that one straight in the hands of Twang Pants, so Twang Pants losing it off the stun. Torin picking that one up. Now maybe just slowing down the play. They don't want to lose possession, at least they could at least take it into an OT and give them a chance to make this comeback. Now Twang Pants sending this one all the way back to Paddish, and Paddish just clearing that one all the way forward, away from that Hellbent stack. So in this first round, we'll be seeing an OT.
Yeah, so close here. 9-all at the end of that. I mean, I didn't expect it to be so close, to be honest, but we're going to see those two coming straight away. The first goal here is going to win the round. Come on, Ollie, take this one away.
And only 2 minutes remaining, as it is an OT, and we'll be Hellbent getting there first off the headbutt, but straight in the hands of Tozis. Tozis now looking for that clear. We'll go all the way through, just to hitting off the Geo. Torin slapping that one. That's just going to be a bit wide, though, and recovered again by Torin. Looking at an open goal this time. He'll put it for the 2. 11-9, and it will be Blank taking this first round.
What a quick round. What was that, 15 seconds in all? 12 seconds on the clock there. And able to get that last goal that won them that round. So quick, so clean. Yeah, Hellbent were able to get it first, but their quick throwaway just meant they didn't able to convert that into a goal at the end.
Although they did win the initial joust, that backline defense, or that goal defense, bubble defense, whatever you want to call it, of Blank was just able to catch that headbutt, which is fairly difficult when the headbutt is making the disc go very fast. But if they were able to do that, they were able to convert it into some passes and eventually a clear. So good on Blank. They were able to make a decent comeback after Hellbent was looking to extend their lead by quite a bit. But Blank made that comeback and eventually took this first round.
Yeah, really nicely played here, but so close there. It really could have gone either direction. And it was only the first round. There is 1 or maybe even 2 more rounds to go after this, depending on how they can do here. We are going to see the timer ticking down. Just 10 seconds left for these teams to discuss tactics, discuss how they're going to win this back for the second round here. And obviously Blank trying to see if they can get it to a third.
So we'll be getting into this second round now. Blank versus Hellbent. Will be fresh scores. Teams are ready now in their tunnels. A chance for Hellbent to make their own sort of comeback and bring this into a third round and still have a chance at taking this match back, as that headbutt does come through, getting past that backline defense now of Blank, right in the hands of Watchdog, but Torin is there quickly able to stun out both players and pick up the disc, sending it across to Twang Pants. Twang Pants, I was saying that one forward, up in the hands of Paddish. Well, was a clear, turned into a pass. Now Paddish making her way forward. We'll send it up to Tozis. Tozis now back to Paddish. That's just going to be a missed pass, but that back sack able to clean up now. That deep pass to Paddish. Paddish sending it on back to Twang Pants. Twang Pants up to Tozis. Tozis now able to dodge that defender, and he will get stunned out, and now it will be a clear.
Both teams now chasing it down. No, Lockie is there first. Passing behind the goal. What a save. Oh, but not cleared enough. Fast enough again. Oculala then diving in to save it. But what a lovely save there it was. If they'd been just a little bit faster on that clear, they would have had that one for at least another chance there. But still, we're going to see them coming out here for a return. see if they can win a goal back quick.
So now will be Tozis taking the joust, the QB rather, sending it across to Twang Pants. Twang Pants now back to Tozis. Tozis back to Twang Pants now. Twang Pants getting pressured by that stack. We'll send it up to Paddish. Paddish now sending down all the way down to Torrin. Torrin now looking to, maybe for a back pass, we'll send it back to Paddish. Paddish now just slowing down the play again. We'll send it back to Torrin, looking to break up that very dangerous Hellbent stack that they have chasing around the passes. Now up to Twang Pants. Twang Pants back to Torrin, but Torrin not able to catch that one as maybe he wasn't paying attention. Will be a turnover now in the hands of Hellbent. Ocular and looking for that clear. That one's not going to be quite out. And now back in the hands of Torrin, and he'll back it out to Tozis.
God, there's so many passes coming here from Blank. Not quite enough to get them the goal, but definitely enough for them to keep it away from this aggressive stack, as you said. Paddish now looking for trying to get another attack there, but just slightly missed. Twang trying to recover as fast as he can, and there's another pass. So many passes coming between these players on Blank. Just back and forth, this stack taking them the entire time. Can Torrin get this finish? Oh, there we go. They're going to go for it again. Torrin shoots. Oh, but he doesn't quite make it. That goalie just saving it before Paddish can stun him out.
You can see how strong that Hellbent front stack is. That they do get the steal now. Watchdog going for the shot. Well, that's just going to be a bit wide, recovered now by bad internet. But as I was saying, you could see the strength of that stack as now that 2 point does come in 4-0 now in favor of Hellbent. But that Hellbent stack is very, very strong. They have much experience together. Like they are not breaking up, and they are not clearly not getting stunned. So they know how to I guess do the offensive stack, and it took Blank a while, and eventually they were going to lose it as now that front stack coming through again. Torrin able to just dodge that one, and he will send it down to Twang.
Yeah, really trying to keep it away from the stack again, but really they need to be focusing on punishing this stack because they just every time, as you said, they get, oh, there's the clear. Every time they get the pass away from that stack, the stack just turns and chases it down once again. And here they are again, open goal, and bad internet is going to take the chance, getting that 3-pointer.
So now, Hellbent looking very strong in this second round, 7-0. I guess that front stack and just their stacking in general is doing them a lot of work. That Blank are just unable to break any of those stacks right now. They're doing as much passing as they possibly could, but they just can't break those insanely strong stacks. And now the pass down to Torrin, but Torrin losing it to the head of bad internet. Ocular not able to pick down up, but it will be bad internet. Looking for the clear now again. Now she's going to bounce back straight in the hands of Locky. Locky with the clear. And that stack coming through from Hellbent again and going for another 2. Hellbent now 9 of the board, 9 in the lead. Blank with nothing. They are looking very strong in this second round.
Yeah, 9 points. As many points as they got the entirety of the last round before the overtime. Already now only 4 minutes in. So Blank really need to turn something around if they are going to try and win this one back. We're going to see if they can do it right now on this joust, as he does a really nice long one. Paddish could go for a side pass there. And we're going to see Torrin on his own, juking around, looking to get that pass. But before he can, Watchdog and Locky have stunned him out.
Now the pass down to Paddish. Paddish going across to Torrin. Torrin maybe looking to make his drive. He will lose that one off the stun. And now recovered by bad internet. Bad internet looking for the clear, and it will be out. That's that getting stunned. So this time will be Blank reaching the disc first. Nearly going in actually. Torrin able to recover though. We'll look for the clear. That one's going to be straight in the hands of Locky though. Locky now with the clear back down.
Paddish now taking that, looking for that long pass up. Oh, he makes it though. Lovely, but just before that stack gets him, there is the clear again. This stack now from Blank, trying to put them on the board desperately, but Watchdog is not saying no. He is not letting that happen. They're trying again though, and there it is. Lovely pass over the top, and Tozis is able to put them on the board 9-2.
Finally able to get some points on the board as we do just past that 5-minute mark, that halfway mark of this second round. So now 9-2. Hellbent will take that joust advantage now. A 7-point lead, so still a big lead to come back from. And judging off how these first 5 minutes went, Blank could either have more momentum as that shot comes through, and from 3 meters there'll be a 3-pointer. So looking to close that gap, 9-5 now. Seems like whenever I say anything, Blank just decides no and do the opposite, because now it looks like maybe they are gaining their momentum, and maybe they will be able to make the comeback and maybe take the second round. Maybe Hellbent will stay strong and bring it to a third. We'll just have to see, I guess.
Yeah, they were just waiting for that half time, to start getting their momentum back. We're going to see now Hellbent really working on their back passes now on the defensive a lot more, and they're going to pay for it right there. Okialan takes the disc again. Can they take it back again? Yes. Tozis throws it back upfield. Trying to chase it down is the stack, and there it is. Tozis taking that long shot. Not quite making it in, but still another chance here for them. Torren chasing it down. Ooh, and Twang takes it instead. Sorry, looking for that long pass. There it is. Can they get around these defenders? Locky and Oculan are not currently stunned, so they do have a chance here. Less pressure on them right now. As Twang shoots it to Paddish. Paddish bring the backboard. Oh, but not saying he's stunned out there.
Wang not taking that shot, but I'll just ding off the inside of the rim. Now Hellbound with that clear and that fast stack coming through. Watchdog with another clear. Looks like they're doing a bit of a dribble, just missing that disc as it does bounce, but Locky able to recover that one now, just bringing it in for the 2 and able to slam it before that blank stack, that blank defense gets back. So now 11-5 in favor of Hellbound, a 6-point lead. They're still looking strong. Blank put some points on the board, maybe not quite got their momentum yet. They need some momentum if they want to take this in 2. So now it will be Blank again with Jazz advantage.
Tozis now, looking for a long shot, juking out there, pretending to throw the disc and then doing it later. Oh, but unfortunately that backstack is set up to take them for that. We're going to see Twang there, losing the disc. That's still Watchdog. The disc is flying around here between members. There's the pass, and now it looks like we are going to see Blank with it, going for an attack. See if they can't win some more points back on the board for them. 2 minutes 40 left, and 6 points behind. That's 2 3-pointers. So they can get this right, and there is a shot at the behind. Oh, but it just misses. Shooting right past, and Locky and Watchdog are there to punish that.
That clip coming through now. Watchdog is there first on an open goal. He will decide to not take the shot. Blank does get there first, but just a little bounce will mess them up as Watchdog is able to bring that one in for the 2. So now 13-5, 8 points in the lead as we do approach these final 2 minutes. It's starting to look very difficult for Blank and possibly very unlikely for them to make any sort of comeback. So it looks like we may be going into a 3rd round.
Yeah, of course, which is obviously always exciting to see. And so close here, but we are going to see Twang now taking the disc, passing it back there, Paddish, taking his time, really trying to get themselves spaced out across the floor right now, trying to get past this stack. And there's a stack pushes for him. Paddish now looking to get it in. Nope, passing back. There's the goal, and there's Torin taking that cut and taking that goal below the goalie. Only 6 points left in this again, and 1 minute 30. Ollie, do you reckon they can win this back?
It looks like maybe. I mean, Blank have been putting some points on the board. They seem to maybe have gained some momentum, so if they move quickly, then they could definitely take this back. But judging off of Hellbent's skill and, like, not saying Blank is a bad team, of course, they're here for a reason, but Hellbent is able to keep that possession very well, and if they do lose it, as I say that, again, Torren intercepts that one, so no possession for Blank anymore. That clear does come through. Now it will be Paddish picking that one up, looking for maybe a shot. We'll just send a pass down, but Torren not able to get anchored in the right place. Well, will be a missed pass going back all the way to the back line, and that Hellbent stack coming through very fast. Maybe the shot coming through, that's just going to be a bit wide, but recovered by bad internet, who will look to make his way forward. Down to Watchdog, and Watchdog for the 2, 15-7. Less than a minute remains.
It looks like that is going to seal the game there for Hellbent. We are going to see maybe some more goals coming here, but it looks like we're going to be heading to a 3rd round to see who the winner of this game will be in the end. We'll see here if Blank can get some more momentum. They have a joust right here. They have a chance to get some more points and get ready for that 3rd round. Passing it back here, they're inside their own half for a bit, trying to work around that stack, who is just punishing every movement they make. And there's the second stack, chasing it down, not quite hitting it though. Oh, Torin taking it out. Torin to Paddish, and Paddish going for joust. Oh, but just missing it. And there is the goalie saving that one.
And that clear coming through, and it will be Hellbent taking this 2nd round, 15-7. A very strong lead, so not as close as it was in the 1st round. There will be no OT, and we will be going into a 3rd. So if Hellbent can bring this momentum that they had in the 2nd round into that 3rd, then they will be taking this. But it looks like Blank were starting to get some kind of momentum in during that 2nd round. I mean, they got some points on the board, but then it looks like Hellbent kind of shut them down and kind of steamrolled them a little bit with their own momentum. So if Blank gains some momentum, then they could take this. But both teams still have definitely a very good chance in this.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been so close so far with that Blank just getting that 1st round barely, but Hellbent really stomping the 2nd round with those stacks just warmed up by the end of it. we'll have to see here. They've got a minute now to discuss, to work out how they can get around this stack. So far, their passing has been working, but not quite fast enough, and not quite consistently enough to stop this stack. So maybe they'll find a way now to stop them and stop them in their tracks, get rid of that pressure, and let them work back upfield at their own pace, and maybe put Hellbent on a bit more defensive footing.
Yeah, well, they're really going to need to maybe be a bit more aggressive. Hellbent, of course, their stacks are seeming to pay off very well in this match. It seems like if Blank send any deep passes, either that first stack or that back stack, that second stack of Hellbent will just intercept it. So for Blank, they need to either get those stacks broken, or they need to move sort of tighter, in a tighter formation, closer with the shorter passes. And now that headbutt coming through by Hellbent, picking that one up and looking for the clear.
Chasing it down now. Who's going to get it as a dog pile forms here in the corner? That's 5 players in one place, and it looks like it's going to be bad internet getting that one away. Oh, but look at that. Padish in position to save it, taking that one right back into Blank side. Not wanting to miss a second here. Twang now on his own. We're looking for that attack. They're going to go past there to Torren, and Torren now, or Torres, sorry, taking that goal. A 2-pointer for an early start there for Blank.
So Blank looking fairly strong. Maybe they have got some momentum now. That some good passing there, able to set up around the bubble and place it for that too. So now it'll be Blank with that early lead, 2-0. Hellbent will be taking that joust advantage. 9 minutes remain on the clock. Lucky will take the QB. We'll send it down to Watchdog. Watchdog getting pressured by that Blank stack. Now that Blank stack going across Akulan with a quick pass back, but that'll be a missed pass. If that Blank stack was still together, they could have got it. But now Lucky looking for that clear. That one's not going to be quite out. He will slap it back again into hands of bad internet. Bad internet looking for that clear all the way through into that Blank side. Blank actually looking like the faster team in this third round rather than Hellbent, unless I'm guessing they broke the stacks back. Maybe they realized that, but Blank is looking faster now as they were able to get there first. Tosis now picking that one up, looking for the clear, and that will be a good clear all the way into the mid.
Seeing J for Jack in the chat predicting a mercy. Not sure which side for. He's not clarifying, but we do know sidekick J for Jack. So there could be a mercy here. Look out for that one as Ocularland swings that pass there. Oh, Dean, that one off the top though, not quite making it in. And there's Twang looking for that clear back upfield with the Blank stack first to make it there.
Tosis picking that one up, sending it down to Twang Pants now. Twang Pants just slowing the play down here, now allowing his teammates to get into a position. That placement there, Torren able to get away from that defense. We'll send it back down to Padish now, the backline Padish. Taking their time now, still slowing down the play. They have the lead, and they know how fast and how damaging Hellbent can be once they do make a mistake. So they're just playing it slow, not making any mistakes, trying to keep that lead. Now the pass up to Toz. Toz sending it down to Twang Pants. Twang Pants now across to Torren. Torren getting pressure, will go for the shot, and will place it for the 2. Now 4-0 in favor of Blank.
We're seeing a lot less of these Hellbent stacks here. I honestly, it looks like Blank's doing a really good job of controlling them now and holding them back, and that is able to get them these wins with so much less pressure. So as this joust comes out here and Lucky takes it, we'll see if they can get these stacks back. So, Lucky taking it now, little back pass there. Watchdog now passing it through there. Oh, but Tosis is in position to intercept that one and stack up after it. Looking at it now as Torren. Torren looking for the pass across. Twang now to Tosis, and Tosis, can he get the goal? He's going to go for it. Oh, and he passed it straight into Ocularland's waiting hands.
Long pass now recovering that one at the back line. We'll send a long pass down to Torren. Torren now going across to Tosis. Tosis now just doing a bit of juking on the wall. We'll send it up to Twang Pants. Twang Pants going for the shot on the goalie, but just going to be a bit wide and bounce back out straight in the hands of Padish. Padish getting pressured, and that shot will come through, but Watchdog able to save that one and look for the clear, and that will be a good clear all the way out. And Hellbent may be looking to get there first. Torren is there first, so closely followed by bad internet, but Torren will look for that clear. That one's just going to get stuck in the mid, and that Hellbent stack now coming through. Lucky picking that one up, looking maybe for the shot, but it will go off the head of a Blank player.
Disc now flying around in the middle, all the players just chasing it down as fast as they can, but it will be Twang getting it first. Pass to Tosis. Tosis able to get it back, but not fast enough. The stack's there. No, Torren is in position to save it. No, the stack takes it again. No, it's going back and forth here between players. Just scramble for it right here. There's Tosis taking it, bouncing it though off of geometry, and so Twang is going to take it instead.
Twang passing in a long pass up to Torren. Torren now going across to Padish. Padish now going back across to Tosis. just playing that waiting game again, trying to break up that stack. Deep pass down to Torren up, and Torren able to place that for the 2. Now 6-0 in favor of Blank. They seem to have gained some momentum. They're looking strong in this final round.
You're seeing the analysis here from Birdie Boy, famous analysis, saying he thinks they're playing ping pong, which is, unrealistic. It is so back and forth right now between these points, but not on the points, sorry, as Blank is 6 ahead right now. Oculalen trying to get them back on the board here. Watchdogs chased it down first, that stack, passing over to Locky, and Locky just missing that one. Not quite making it in time. And so Tozis is there to get that clear, not quite making it out. And so they get another attack by Oculalen.
Locky, with that shot, will place that one for the 2, and the first 2 points for the side of Hellbent. So now 6-2 in favor of Blank, a 4-point lead. As we do surpass that halfway mark yet again, it could be this time Hellbent doing the same thing Blank were doing and start to make their comeback after these first 5 minutes. So it'll be Tozis taking the QB, sending that one up to Twang Pants. Twang Pants now sending that one all the way down to the trench, past his teammates, nearly going in. That was just going to be a bit wide. And now recovered by Bad Internet, who will look for the clear all the way back out.
Sputnik correcting here, saying that it's actually table tennis, not ping pong. I can't remember if they're the same game or different games, honestly, different rules. But regardless, we're going to see Watchdog here throwing it upfield, not quite able to get that clear though. Locky chasing it down again and getting the clear, but their stack is not formed in position now. The back stack's going to chase it instead. But can Blank get it first? No. Locky takes it. Locky now giving it to Oculalen. Oculalen looking for the attack. Oh, just missing the pass there. And there's going to bounce away into the corner for both teams to try and take it. Locky is there first. Passing up to Bad Internet. Bad Internet tasking the pass again, but again, it does not quite connect.
Now pass off to Oculalen. Oculalen to the backboard over to Bad Internet, and Bad Internet able to put that one in off the head of Paddish. So closing that lead down now is 6-4. Just a 2-point lead, as we do have about 3.5 minutes remaining on the clock, and Blank will take that joust advantage. So it looks like a similar thing to what Blank did in the first 2 rounds. We went past that halfway mark, and Hellbent have magically just got some kind of momentum, as now they are putting points on the board, and Blank is not.
Oh yeah, that stack there from Watchdog, it really is back from Hellbent right here. That long shot doesn't quite make it, just bouncing away a little bit too far, and Tozis gets it. No, he doesn't. He is stunned out, as is Twang, and Bad Internet is able to get the clear. Hellbent now looking to form that stack, and they do nice and fast, faster in fact than Blank. Oh, but doesn't get the clear fast enough, and so Twang is able to get the stun and the clear back.
That clear coming through now in the hands of Bad Internet. Bad Internet looking at an open goal, and just like that, Hellbent regain the lead, 7-6 now, a 1-point lead. Still plenty of time for Blank to regain their lead. Just about 2.5 minutes, 2:40 remain on the clock, and just a 1-point lead. So definitely not something comfortable. But Blank will take that joust advantage now. It will be Tozis taking the QB, sending a quick pass over to Torren. Torren now taking his time. Will send a deep pass down to Twang Pants. Twang Pants getting pressured by that Hellbent stack that we've been seeing all game. Just so incredibly fast, and they make the pass, the miss there, but Paddish now looking to go across over to Tozis. Tozis now with a deep pass down to Torren. Torren getting pressure, will send it up to Twang Pants, and Twang Pants going for the shot, will place it for the 2. So Blank regaining their lead by 1 point. Now it's 8-7.
What a game though, going from 6-0 to 7-6 from Hellbent instead, and now 7-8 in favor of Blank. So back and forth. Can either team keep this lead for long? Hellbent's certainly going to try, as of 1 minute 50, Locky throws it to Oculalen. Oculalen now going for that long clear. It doesn't quite make it. It bounces back, but Bad Internet is in position to save it. There's the stack coming up fast they can, but not fast enough, as Tozis is able to get that clear back away from them.
Now recovered by Bad Internet. Bad Internet slowly making his way forward, maybe looking for a dribble alongside Oculalen, and they will be successful. Bad Internet now going for a cross pass to Locky, and Locky not able to dodge that defense. A nice save from, I believe it was Paddish, but I'm not too sure on that. Will be now a clear coming through. Locky able to recover that one at the back line. We'll send that one forward up to Bad Internet. Bad Internet looking to go across over to Watchdog. Watchdog now making his way forward again, looking for the pass, but he will get stunned out. And back in hands of Watchdog for the open goal as well. For the 2, so now 9-8. 1 point lead again, just back and forth now with these 1 point leads. Will be Hellbent in the lead, 9-8, 1 point lead, and less than a minute remains, so Blank is maybe starting to feel some pressure now.
Absolutely. The last round, only 1 point in it, 45 seconds for them to win this back. Can they do it? Toes in here is picking that long path, but that first one does not connect, so it's going to bounce away. Taken there by Blank. Can Blank get this? I mean, can Hellbent get this one? Oh, and Bad Internet can. I got too excited there, but Bad Internet going to secure Hellbent to 3 points in the lead, and with only 25 seconds left on the clock right now, they're going to be really hard pressed to get this quick 3-pointer.
Not only have they made it harder for Blank now to score with just about 15 seconds remaining to make any comeback, but they also need a 3-pointer, so which can be easily stopped by just defense. Now as Oculan will send that one for another 3, 14-8 in favor of Hellbent, and they will be taking this third round and they will be taking this match.
Yep, that was the 3 points we were looking for, but not the side we were looking for it from. Decisive victory there from Hellbent. I mean, we're not going to get an overtime on this round. We are just going to get a clear victory coming out here. I've got to say, those teams both played so beautifully, so back and forth across those games. If you split each game in half, each round in half, sorry, then each team, I believe, was just winning one side and then the other side back and forth throughout.
Yeah, it was definitely very back and forth until the end there. I think the one main thing is that Padish, I believe, was in goal. She came out of goal to slap that disc away from the stunned teammate, and it went straight back in the hands of Watchdog, so Watchdog was able to place it on an open goal, and I think it's the main thing that kind of stopped them, and then they were able to follow it up with a couple threes and end that game, made it harder for Blank, and eventually made it impossible for Blank to make a comeback. But definitely a good showing from both teams. Both teams played very well. Hellbent, very impressive of the strength of that stack, those front stack, especially just following that disc, but also very impressive of how Blank were able to just keep that stack moving. They were not giving up possession for a while, but it seemed like they were also struggling to break that stack.
I would just want to say as well, Blank had quite a few opportunities on attacks there, but Hellbent had so many saves. I mean, if we look at those stats on the left, we'll see that we have every player on Hellbent has 3 or 4 saves, while on Blank you have 4 and then 0, 2, 2, so just no one nearly as many saves. And that probably comes down to the fewer attacks that Hellbent made, but every one they made, they were efficient, they were quick. Those stacks would just chase in there and would get that long 2 or 3-pointer. So it really was Blank having far more opportunities on the attacks and far more possession time and passing time. But then when Hellbent got it, they really delivered, and they used that to get them that win and that decisive 6-point lead we saw by the end.
Yeah, I think one main thing was Hellbent. They had those fast stacks, and then most of the time it was an open goal. Blank were just not fast enough to get back in that defense, and Hellbent, just being a faster team for most of the game, were just able to get some open goal shots and take the win. But with that being said, that will close off this venue's showcase. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you had a great time. To wherever you are watching, whether that's YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or in venues using your Quest, which if you are not already, make sure you download Echo VR if you're on your Quest. It's free and it will stay free for a while, and if you want, you can also find a team after you've had some experience and play VRML just like this and maybe get as good as this, because it's definitely very fun. So if you haven't already, go check out Echo VR. But that being said, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, day, evening, and we'll see you all another time.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.